With Derrick Henry out for the year, Jonathan Taylor has a chance to prove just how good he really is, and if he has what it takes to be one of the best.
Rivers on the blitz, wide open, he's got his man on the side, that is Taylor. Taylor down the sideline for the touchdown.
It was looking like Derrick Henry was going to run away with the rushing title, considering the fact that he already had nearly 1,000 yards in only like 7 games. A certain season-ending foot injury had other plans, and has now left the race wide open for a bunch of studs to make their way to the top. In the running, see what I did there? Anyways, are the aforementioned Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, and Ezekiel Elliott. A bit of a weird batch of talent, but it makes more sense when you consider the injuries to Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, and now Derrick Henry. Although not as competitive as it would be with these fellows in the mix, there is still a great deal of talent looking to do their thing. Of the group, the ones that have popped out this year are Jonathan Taylor and Nick Chubb, who would likely be on similar footing if Chubb wasn't injured for 2 straight weeks. Their averages are near identical at 5.4 and 5.5, and it's really a toss-up to see who is more productive in the running game. But where Jonathan excels over Chubb, and the reason why I consider him a more balanced back so far this year, is his ability in the receiving game. Now I know that Jonathan has played 2 more games than Chubb, but his over 200 more receiving yards proves that he can leave an impact all across the field. I know Chubb can't control how much he is used in the passing game, but I think the fact that Jonathan is a Swiss Army knife in Indy speaks for itself. I mean, you wouldn't give a back so many touches if they couldn't produce, so the near wide receiver numbers are all a testament to his talent. Last year, he had just under 300 yards receiving through 15 games. So the fact that he has nearly the same numbers in less than half the time proves just how much the team trusts his ability. Nonetheless, whenever he's on the field, it seems like Jonathan Taylor is able to do whatever's needed out of him about as good as anyone out there. It's not much of a surprise that Jonathan Taylor has done so well in only his 2nd season, considering his pretty solid rookie campaign. Over 1,100 rushing, and like I said before, nearly 300 receiving yards is not too shabby for someone straight out of college. I would say that getting over 230 carries in your first season likely proves that the team believes in your play, and so far it's paid off big time. Following one of the best rookie back performances in a decent bit, many speculated that Jonathan would take it to the next level as a sophomore. Usually it's tough to even repeat production after such a successful first year, but just like he did at Wisconsin, Jonathan has taken his game to a whole new world this season. Like I said earlier, he has already rushed for over 600 yards and 6 touchdowns through only 8 games. Not only just that, but his receiving production is already nearing that of the previous year. The stats alone are impressive enough, but the fact that he has done it without one of the best linemen in football for most of the season makes it that much better. Upon just losing Quinnen, Jonathan and fellow stud Michael Pittman have both been able to step up with T.Y. injured and have kept the team in contention time and time again. Even though the great play has not necessarily led to as many wins as he would like, Jonathan's play has made the offense much more dangerous than it would be without him. Nonetheless, you and I both know that Jonathan Taylor is good at what he does, but I think he has what it takes to be the next big thing. Hey, by the way, if you're enjoying the video, it'd be awesome if you guys could subscribe. But anyways, back to the vid. Jonathan is not just good, but he's great. If his ridiculous play at Wisconsin didn't prove it already, the fact that he's already a premier back in only a season and a half should be evidence enough that he is a unit. Although he's been an absolute stud since he stepped on campus at Madison, this year is something special, and his 5 straight over 100-yard games is pretty great to say the least. At his current pace, 2,000 scrimmage yards is not out of the realm of possibility for the young stud. Crazy production for someone who's less than 2 years into this, and much better than head coach Frank Reich even expected. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure he thought Jonathan was talented, but this level of play is unique. So much so that Frank thinks Jonathan is one of the most talented players in football. And you know what? I'd have to agree. Even though he's already done a bunch, he has not had 20 carries a single time this year, and yet he is still able to rush for over 600 yards. Sometimes certain backs get a whole lot of carries, or varying amounts, but it seems like Jonathan gets around 15 every single time. Not too bad, and honestly probably better for his long-term endurance, but it's likely going to keep him from putting up Derrick Henry type numbers. Since Indianapolis usually has to throw the ball quite a bit to stay in contention, this is likely going to stay the same for the near future. but I really don't think it's that bad of a situation. Instead of getting over 20 carries on the ground, his around 15 and like 3 catches seems good enough for him to produce all over the field. Although many wouldn't be satisfied with this type of usage, Jonathan is a great dude and values every single time he gets the ball. The phrase "a lot of people would dream about 15 carries alone" shows me just how humble and appreciative my man is. While he was questioned about the lack of carries, he even turned the question back on himself and talked about the fact that he has to be efficient in all elements of the game, not just simply rushing the ball. Jonathan is really just trying to win football games, and so he doesn't really care how it happens. Nonetheless, Jonathan is going to give you his all time and time again, and that's why I think he could be the next big running back in no time.
He'll swing it to Taylor on first down. Jonathan Taylor with a full head of steam, breaking tackles.
Thanks for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below what stuff you want next. But anyways, see you all soon, and peace out.